Bundled golf is one of those terms that sounds like a technicality and is actually one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make down here. It's not better or worse than the alternative. It's right for some people and genuinely wrong for others. And which one you are comes down to a number you can work out in about 5 minutes. Here's the one-sentence version. In a bundled community, golf membership isn't optional. It's built into your mandatory HOA dues, and it comes attached to the deed. Every homeowner is a member. You don't buy in separately, you can't opt out, and you can't drop it later. That's the whole concept. One payment, everybody's in. Now, the number that decides it for you. Take the golf portion of the annual dues in a bundled community. Then honestly estimate how many rounds you'll play in a year, not your best year, your realistic year. Divide, that's your cost per round. Now compare it to what you'd actually pay at a non-bundled club or as a public course player in the area. If you're playing 2 or 3 times a week, bundled almost always wins. The more you play, the better the math gets. That's the entire appeal. It's a volume discount, but running it once a week, then running it twice a month, the number gets ugly fast. And that's the version most people don't do before they buy. So who is bundled genuinely right for? The frequent player. If golf is the reason you're moving to Florida and you intend to play constantly, this is the most cost-effective way, full stop. The year-round resident. You're paying 12 months of dues, so you want 12 months of access. Households where both people play or where the non-golfer genuinely uses the rest of the club. The dining, the fitness center, the social calendar, and people who like predictability. One payment, no initiation to negotiate, no separate club bill, no surprise about whether you're a member. Some people value that simplicity a lot, and that's legitimate. Who it isn't right for. Who it isn't right for. The seasonal owner. If you're here 4 months a year, you're paying 12 months of golf dues for 4 months of golf. That's the single worst version of this math, and a lot of snowbirds walk into it without doing the arithmetic. The occasional player. If you're playing twice a month, you're subsidizing your neighbors who play daily. That's how the model works. It's a pool. Households where one person doesn't play. You're paying a full golf membership for someone who will never use it. Whether that's fine depends on what else the club offers, but you should go in knowing it. And anyone who's playing future is uncertain, a shoulder that's been bothering you, a knee you've been told about, in a bundled community, you keep paying whether you play or not. There's no dialing it back. That last point deserves more attention because it's the one nobody thinks about at 62. In a non-bundled club, if you stop playing, you can usually drop to a social membership or resign. Your cost goes down. In a bundled community, you can't. The membership is attached to the property. The only way out is to sell the house. So when you're evaluating bundled, don't just ask whether it works for you now. Ask whether it works for you at 75 or if something changes. Communities with an executive course or a strong non-golf side hold up much better. Finally, resale, because this cuts both ways and you'll hear it argued both directions. The case for bundled, your buyer pool is broad and the price of entry is low and predictable. There's no initiation deposit for a buyer to negotiate around and no wait list to worry about. That's genuinely easier to sell. The case against, your HOA number looks high next to non-golf communities, and a buyer who doesn't play may screen you out. In practice, in Southeast Florida, well-run bundled communities sell fine. What actually drives resale is the condition and health of the club, and whether the fees make sense for what you're getting. So don't ask whether bundled golf is good. Ask how many rounds you're realistically playing, whether you're here year-round, and whether it still works in 15 years. Do that math before you tour, not after you've fallen in love with a house. I'm Esslinger. Southeast Florida golf communities are what I do.